Yes, that is our cue. This is Engineering and You, and it's a program where we bring to you a competition that we've started for some few weeks now. It's sponsored by Prince Engineer Shillong, FNSC. It's an inter-secondary school debate competition from schools across Ogun State. We've started for some time now, and today is going to be very interesting. The fireworks continue to get hotter, and the stage continues to get more and more intense. Now, I'll take this very short break. When we return, I'll let you know who the schools are and the topic they will be discussing. Don't go anywhere. Alright, it's glad to know that you are still there. The program is Engineering and You, and it is Inter-Secondary School Debate Competition. The program is sponsored by Prince Engineer Shillong, FNSC, and proudly supported by the Nigerian Society of Engineers at Abeokuta branch. Now, the schools that are competing today are set, but before I go any further, I'd like to introduce to you the judges that will be adjudicating, as it were, the cases of these students. And they are from the Nigerian Society of Engineers. I would like them to introduce themselves. Welcome to Engineering and You, sirs. And Ma.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Engineer Oluwatosin Oshifeko, member, Nigerian Society of Engineers.
I'm Engineer Rishino Bamidele Agbaji, the member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. Thanks for having me on the show.
It's my pleasure to be here as well. I'm Engineer Toyin Oyinere, MNSC.
I'm glad to know that you are still there. And now the topic for discussion is, should drone be used for surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria? These two schools that will be arguing for or against are already on set. To my right is Emmanuel College, Obantoko. Can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Shodeinde Esther, and I am from Emmanuel College. My name is Kokola Oluwabukumi from Emmanuel College.
All right, and to my left is the second contestant, and that's from Reverend KUTI Memorial School, Memorial Grammar School. So please introduce yourself.
My name is Limbo Moses Oluwatile.
My name is Oderinde Beto.
All right, the stage is set, the time is now, and we'll be stepping aside and watch them argue it out. Don't go anywhere.
Imagine in Nigeria where our security is tight, where our borders are secured, our communities are protected, and security personnel can swiftly neutralize threats before they strike. This is not a fantasy, but becomes a reality within our reach through the use of the modern technology called drones. Before I proceed, as a well-cultured Nigerian, I would like to greet by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, accreditators, and respected audience. I'm Kokola Oluwabukumi from Emmanuel College, and I'm here to strongly affirm that drones should be used as surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria. Drones are unmanned aerial vehicles that can fly without human pilots. They can operate autonomously. Drones should be used as surveillance and security purpose because they reduce the risk of security personnel. They don't eat, they don't fall sick, they don't get stressed out, so they reduce the risk of security personnel. The rate at which our security personnel they die at war front need to be reduced through the use of drones. Drone was invented by Abraham Karem in 1916 and was first used in Nigeria during the Second World War in the 20th century. Drones should be used as surveillance and security purpose in Nigeria because they reduce the risk of security personnel. As security personnel, they die at war front because, why? Because there are no modern technologies to aid them. We need drones to assist them, to help them to carry out their functions. So drones can be used as security purposes and surveillance in Nigeria because they aid security personnel and they reduce the rate at which our security personnel they die at war front. I would like to hand it over to my partner here.
Also, I stand on an existing protocols. I honor the dignitaries. My name is Shodeinde Esther. Today, we examine a question of growing relevance. Should drones be used as civilians and security purposes in Nigeria? Drones provide and manage helps to cover a large area, and they have a bird's eye which can sight anything. To my first point, drones can be used in Nigeria for search and rescue operations. Can we actually put price on the safety of our citizens? Drones are crucial in locating missing people in natural disasters. Is it time for Nigeria to embrace? Is it time for Nigeria to embrace OJ things to fight OJ challenges? Drones can help us in locating people in natural disasters. Thank you.
Benjamin Franklin once said, and I quote, "Those who give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety does not deserve neither liberty nor safety." But before I proceed, let me give honor to whom honor is due. Beautiful greetings to my respected judges, esteemed opponents, timekeeper, and ever-attentive audience. Standing on this existing protocol is Ogtv better from Reverend KUTI Memorial Grammar School, and I'm here to argue firmly against the motion that states, should drones be used for surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria? These words made by Benjamin Franklin echo louder in our country today, in a country where citizens live under police brutality, poor corruption, poor accountability. Introducing drone surveillance to the hands of this same system is not progress, it's peril. Drone surveillance may promise a little temporary safety, but it comes at a cost, a price no one here is willing to pay, a price of our dignity, a price of our freedom, a price of our liberty, and more importantly, a price of our privacy. While drone surveillance may seem like the modern solution to crime and terrorism, but in Nigeria's fragile democratic context, it poses a serious threat to our fundamental human rights. With weak institutions, limited oversight, and a history of security abuse between security agencies and citizens, drone surveillance is more likely to become a tool of oppression than a tool of protection. Now, all this drives us to the question, should this be used in Nigeria? Well, I say a very big no to that question. Let me take you back to the year 2019. Amnesty International exposed journalists and activists using illegal phone surveillance. Also, in the year 2020, during the EndSARS, we saw military agencies killing a lot of peaceful contestants. Now, if we put drone surveillance in the hands of these same agencies, abuse is inevitable. Now let's talk about mistrust. In the Middle Belt, Northwestern region, we see they already lack trust for security agencies. We see they already lack trust for military agencies. Introducing drone surveillance to the hands of this same security, in the hands of this same government, they will feel their privacy being invaded. They won't be comfortable in a country. A world where flying technologies is forcibly flying over our heads. A world where flying technologies is constantly breathing on our neck is no conducive place of living. Rather, it's a place where fundamental human rights is going to constantly be denied. Now, I will hand over to my subordinate speaker to put a seal to what I've said. Thank you.
That drones can be misused if they get to the wrong hands. But I want you to know that the solution to misuse is not abandonment. We can't abandon cars because they cause road accidents. No, we regulate. We can make strong rules and regulations to regulate the use of drones. Drones should be used as surveillance and security purpose in Nigeria because they cover they have a wide coverage. Mararaba, a densely populated town in Nasarawa State, has experienced an increasing crime rate over the years, and the local authority have tried their best, but this falls short in terms of coverage. Since drones have a wide coverage and can help to address this problem, we can make use of drones since they have a wide coverage and they have like a bird sight. They can see from a very far distance. So we can make use of drones to address this issue of insecurity in Nigeria. I would like to hand over to my partner.
Drones have been used in UK for fire scenes and also have been used in Japan for sighting missing people in earthquakes. Drones can also be used in Nigeria for security and surveillance purposes. If other countries are using drones effectively, why should Nigeria be left behind? If drones are used in Nigeria, there are many importance there that it will put in Nigeria. Thank you.
Nigeria's security landscape is at a critical junction, and deploying drones can help revolutionize our security architecture by real-time surveillance. But while the idea of using drones for surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria may seem appealing, it is crucial to consider the potential risks and challenges that are associated with this approach. But before I proceed, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, I salute you. Accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience. The personality standing before you today is Lemboye Moses. I am here to buttress what my lead speaker has just said on the topic, should drones be used for surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria? One of the primary concerns of drone usage is the potential infringement on citizens' rights to privacy. For example, in 2019, a drone was used to capture photos of Jennifer Lawrence of her private photos, sparking debate about celebrity status and drone usage. Also, drones, like any other technology, are vulnerable to hacking and cyber attack. If drones to be used for surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria are compromised, they can become tools for malicious actors to gather sensitive information or disrupt critical infrastructure. This risk is common in countries where cyber attack and terrorism is significant. The potential for drones to be used against the very people they are meant to protect is a critical reason that we need to reconsider the deployment of drones for surveillance and security purposes in Nigeria. And like my opponent said, that we can make a regulation in Nigeria for drone usage. Nigeria lacks a clear regulatory framework for drone usage, which could lead to misuse and abuse. It could lead to misuse and abuse because they can use it to get critical information about individual organizations or government entities. Now, I would like to hand over to my supporting speaker to buttress more on my points.
My opinion, oh shit, just say thank you. Thank you.
Is privacy more important than protection? Should we wait to continue to lose the lives of our citizens before trying something new? You said something on privacy, but we don't have to keep our privacy to the extent of losing the lives of our citizens. Moreover, drones can also be used for traffic and traffic planning and urban maintenance. Drones have been used in Japan for regulating their traffic, which have helped to prevent road accidents. And I would like to hand over to my supporting speaker.
Drones have global positioning system, GPS, to track devices. Most of our criminals make use of some devices, and since drones have global positioning system, GPS, they can easily track the devices that they are using and help to curb the issue of insecurity in Nigeria. Most drones manufacturers like Dajiang Innovation have a feature, Find My Drone in them. They can use it to track a lost drone. For example, if a particular drone is being stolen or gets missing, they can use that. They can make use of that feature in them, Find My Drone, to track and to look for them. So, see, most of our security personnel, they get missing at wars, but we don't see them. But since those drones, they have that feature in them to look for them, to get them when they are missing. We can make use of drones. We can make use of drones to curb or to reduce the rate at which insecurity is striking in Nigeria. Thank you.
My opponent has argued that drones will help to curb insecurity, but I'd like to put it to you that more surveillance does not equal more security. In Nigeria, real security issues stems from corruption and poor accountability, like I said earlier. More surveillance won't help to solve the root causes of these problems. It will only help in covering them up. Insecurity is not a fact. Let's look at the United States, for instance. The United States used drones operation to fight Boko Haram in the Sahel. That was about 10 years ago. Aren't they still in operation? Aren't they still doing what they're doing? It's because the roots are left unaddressed. You can't leave the root problem of the situation in the country unaddressed, and you're coming up here to say it's going to curb insecurity. Now, let's look at the NCAA. Everybody thinks the NCAA is for aviation, and they confuse it. They say it's used to solve the problems of drone surveillance. But I like to tell you that there is no data protection law. There is no data protection law for the use of drone surveillance. Citizens need to know who or by whom they are being watched. Even political opponents. The political opponents and activists are going to use it to spy on their fellow ones. It can even destroy the legitimacy and sovereignty in a country. Now I'd like to hand over to my supporting speaker.
Drones may have various benefits, as my opponent said, but the challenges concerning drone usage outweigh its benefits. It is imperative that we prioritize human-based security that balances the need for security and the need for individual security. Like I said earlier, drones are vulnerable to hacking and cyber attacks, and the people that the terrorists that they want to attack citizens in a country, they can have this drone system and use it to gain critical information about the people that the drones is meant to protect. Thank you.
Senator representing Ekiti North has applauded Bola Tinubu for his administration investment in drone technology. According to him, drones have assisted in the issue of insecurity in Nigeria and has yielded more positive results in the issue of security in Nigeria. I'd like to hand over to my partner here.
Drones are not limited in security and surveillance purposes. Also, they have their advantages in agricultural operations, as we have seen in Femi Adekoya's, Ondubueze, and Jubri's work. With this point of mind, I hope I'll be able to bring you from the dungeon to the limelight, and also to convince and not to convince you that drones should be embraced in Nigeria for surveillance and security purposes. Thank you.
Many people may think drones will be used to solve terrorism. Many people think they are used as anti-terrorism efforts. But I like to put it to you that they are not just technical problems. There is social and political problem. When you don't have the solid intelligence network, drone footage are going to become useless. And this solid intelligence network, we see that Nigeria clearly lacks this. Drone surveillance may even be used to radicalize communities instead of securing them. They might capture wrong people because they lack this intelligence network. They don't foresee. We don't have agencies. drone surveillance in Nigeria will cause a lot of harm to people, especially in rural areas, especially in low communities. It's going to cause social stratification. That will cause a large range of division between the government and the citizens. People will start feeling oppressed. People will be left behind. Now I'd like to offer out to my supporting speaker to round up. Thank you.
All right, it's a very, very keenly contested one. Those that are for the topic have done their bits. Those that are against have also proven their point. But it's not for me to decide. We have the panel of judges to do that. So I'll hand you over to the panel of judges to tell us who is the winner and who also did not do too well.
Okay, the debate has been well handled by both sides, and I just want to kind of commend your efforts. Both of you can see that the points were kind of close. So for Emmanuel College spoke well, talking about support and protection of security personnel, search in unreached and inaccessible places, talking about and then the rebuter in terms of strong rules and regulations to be able to manage the use of drone, which is a good one. Then talking about wide area coverage of drones, privacy, and then the way you were weighing privacy against life was a good one. So a round of applause for and for Reverend KUTI. You have really spoken extensively about abuse. Talking, you really push on the point in the aspect of looking at the root cause. How do we get into insecurity? And the root cause would guide us in how we're going to fight it. And that was what kind of guided most of your point, talking about privacy, abuse, and hacking, and all sorts of corrupt practices, which also will undermine the use of drones and data protection and everything. I really commend the two teams, and I know that you can always advance to a higher level, and Nigeria will be great again. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, and that's a very good one from both. And we have here on the score sheet, Emmanuel College, on their technical content. You have a total marks of 30. While the KUTI Memorial Grammar School have a total marks of 40. On the rebuter, Emmanuel College has a total mark of 15. While the KUTI Memorial Grammar School have a total mark of 10. On the use of English, which is summed up in the dressing, tense, vocabulary, and composure, Emmanuel College have a total mark of 37, while Reverend KUTI Memorial School have a total mark of 39. So the total score today allotted to Emmanuel College is a total marks of 82. Memorial Grammar School have a total marks of 89.
Okay, in every competition there is always a winner. It was almost a tie, but Reverend KUTI Grammar School is the winner for today's competition with 89 points, and Emmanuel College with 82 points. These two schools have done so well, but Reverend KUTI Memorial Grammar School is the winner for this one.
All right, that is a good one. It's keenly contested, I must say, but on Engineering and You, everybody is a winner. So I would like the two contestants to please come together and have a warm handshake. in the spirit of sportsmanship. Can you please go ahead and... So that's the size of the Engineering today, and there must be a winner, and also there must be a winner also, because of Engineering and you, everyone is a winner. I want to say a big thank you to the sponsor, Prince Engineering Shield and FNSC, for doing this for the good of the young people. And on this note, we'd like to say thank you. Next week, another set of schools will be coming here to slug it out. Until then, bye-bye.
Do you know that for every minute you remain angry,